Good morning. Welcome back to First Talk with Hal Rowe on 1290 WHKY Talk Radio for the Greater Hickory Metro. Kind enough to, Mr. Mayor, the mayor of the city of Hickory, you're really right, kind enough to join us for the monthly Monday morning meeting with the mayor. We have a caller. Let me know if you got enough volume here in the headphones, because we're going to talk to Tom this morning. Good morning, Tom. Thanks for calling First Talk.
Good morning, Hal.
Hal, I don't have enough volume.
Okay, right here's a little, right there, it's on your lanyard right there. You got a little volume control.
Okay.
And just
hey,
push
Tom, just bear with me here, Tom.
Just roll a little wheel there. How about now? Can you?
Tom?
I'm a patient man. But
I can hear you now, Tom.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, the thing that we were known for and what Hickory was built upon was the entrepreneurial spirit of the area that was built by the furniture manufacturers and hosiery and everything else, apparel. But we've seen a big dip in that, and a lot of the families that were in that, have sold out their businesses and everything else. I really believe that we have some geniuses in this area, and what they need is capital. We saw the budget cuts. The Manufacturing Solutions Center took a big hit on the amount of money that they're going to receive, and what they really need is a micro-lending function. You talked about like $20 million. It wouldn't even take $20 million. It would take, $1 million, and that money could be leveraged and used over and over and over again by these people who have a lot of great ideas that they can foster and get going, and then they're going to put money into the system, and that success will breed success. And I've heard before that there are certain people that are against this micro-lending function. Well, we're not getting any money out of our banks for capital around here right now, and
when you mention
we need to kick the ball down the road, and the city can help market that and get a little seed money going, and it will feed off of itself.
What do you think about that micro-lending program?
Well, I would just need to know a little more. This micro-lending came out of very small, like $100 or $200 loans that allowed people to set up things like bakeries and the like.
Right.
Tom, when you mention micro-lending amounts now, what kind of, you talking $5,000 or?
I'm talking, yes, sir. Some would be $5,000. It would be based upon the need. And, we see this Edison project, and that's very exciting to me. And that can tie into that, and people coming forward, and we see their ideas, and it just feeds off of one another. I mean, some of them might be $25,000, some of them might be $500. But I talked to Dan St. Louis, and he's talked, 100 times about all these people that have great ideas, but they just can't get the capital together because they're working full-time jobs. We've got inflation in this economy, fuel prices, and somebody might have a great idea, but if they can't get that money, they can't make it happen.
Well, I do know there is investment money, plenty of investment money available in Hickory for the right ideas.
Well, I know, sir, but I mean the right idea is something that one person might decide that's a right idea, and another person might say that we have a lot of a risk-averse attitude around here, from some of this old money, to where in this investment climate they're in, if it's not 100% guaranteed, they don't want to see it move forward. Well, there's nothing 100% guaranteed in this environment we're in right now.
Yeah, well, I hear you. I would be willing to listen to it more. One concern I have is that sometimes when we hear about incubators, for example, incubators have started people in business to compete with existing businesses.
Well, that's good. That's what we need. We need competition.
Well,
if you can't stand the competition, then move out of the way. Let's get Hickory rolling.
Well, I just don't think taxpayer money should be used for that.
Well, I don't think taxpayer money should be used for a lot of things, but if we don't get some jobs around here, then we're going to see a decrease in the population, and, what purpose is that going to serve for those existing businesses? That's what they should be looking for, is economic growth and development. And, there are people like the Jackson Group that are in business, and Pat Appleton's down the road, and, Houston Harris. Well, they can all sit there and say, I'm in competition against this, that, and the other, but in the end, they serve their niche, and if they're a good businessman, then they move forward, and the people that want to rest on their laurels, then they can go into retirement.
Well, let me assure you now, I did not say anything negative about competition.
Yes, sir, but it seems like there's a lot of people that, they want to qualify competition. And, Hickory was no holds barred 50 years ago.
Without any government money?
Well, nobody's asking for government money. They're asking for the people's money to help to facilitate, because in the end, it's not the government's money, it's the people's money. And people need that to be able to facilitate and move forward on some of these ideas that they're on. And, if somebody's got a vested interest that they're wanting to protect, they're not serving the interest of Hickory. And that's just my opinion, sir. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Well, I certainly am not protecting any vested interest at all. But I don't think that taxpayer money should be used to the detriment of another taxpayer.
Well, maybe we could start a referendum and talk to the people about this and let them decide, what the people's money should be utilized for, because I think that, we've got to get this ball rolling. I understand that the retirees are moving in here, but the retirees are not looking to start new businesses. It's the young people, and the young people are leaving here in droves.
Well, retirees, every 3 retirees creates 1 job.
Well, yes, sir, but these are service industry jobs, working in fast food restaurants and other things such as that, and that's not going to build this into a robust economy. We need, that small startup business to turn into something big, like Hickory Chair did, and these other, furniture businesses that started out little mom and pop things and flourished.
Tom, I want to thank you very much for your phone call this morning. We got less than half a minute before we need to wrap up.
Well, thank you very much for the time, and thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, for doing these Monday morning meetings.
Thank you, Tom.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 327-WHKY, 327-9459. Microloans, a possibility. Want to hear more about it? Talk to the mayor about the game changer. If it's microloans or whatever idea you may have,
right,
bring it to the mayor. I mean, I think that's one thing about you is you'll listen. You'll take a look. Good exchange of ideas right there, and that's what I really like. No one got upset. No one's hollering at each other. We were able to have good discourse. And man, oh man, if I could just get more of that on the show every single day, you know how happy that would make me.
Well, and that's another reason that Hickory's the best place in the world to live.
I just love having those positive conversations. Very good. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for your time this morning. We know you take time out of your busy schedule to join us, and we sure do appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and close the way we normally do, Monday through Thursday, with the greatest song in the world for the greatest nation in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.